Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week we are talking tool pouches, specifically this one here, the Spark Max from Obvious Tool Co. Now I first came across this on Instagram a few weeks ago. They're also on TikTok as well, I believe. And I thought it was the right combination of lightweight, durability, leather, all the right stuff in all the right places. We've got, how many pockets is there? I'm just looking at it, I wanted to get a feel of it myself. So hovered the mouse over the click to add to basket for a few minutes, and then thought, yeah, let's go for it, let's jump in. Got the thing sent up, and here it is. It's the Cordura material on there, so you can see you've got this quality. It's like nylon, military grade nylon. They've been building things out of this now for a while, obviously. I think these pants are even built out of them. We've also got leather, and we've also got some straps here. So going just round here, we've got a leather pocket here. We've got a belt, a tape measure clip there. What's this? 3 vertical leather pockets, another one there, something more substantial you can shove in there. There's another tape measure clip here, this side, and we've got a hammer slot there. This is the right-handed dominant one, so with me being right-handed, it's going to go there. Put your claw hammer in there, or your crowbar, whatever, or run with it empty, whatever. There's also some pockets obviously on the inside. We've got here and here. They're going to be for your screwdrivers and obviously your pliers and your cutters and stuff there. I think what I'll do, I'm not going to weigh the thing because it's not going to. It doesn't weigh more than a mobile phone. I'll be honest with you. It's so light. So I'm not going to really weigh it. We'll get the tape measure across it and see what it's doing that way. And I'll bring the bag up on the bench and load it out with the tools I use every day. Now, just before we unzip and start loading the pouch out, I thought we'd just have a quick look at the belt, their belt for their pouches. This is obviously the Obvious Tool Company's belt. You've got these D-rings here. These kind of pop up, and obviously your braces, you'll go over that to kind of take some of the weight off your hips. It's we've got some substantial materials. It feels quite tough. There's like a belt within a belt, or a belt over a belt. So there's like the main belt here. There's something going through there, and then you've got your belt here, which is, it's really quite tough material, that, you know. And you've got 3 areas. You can see here, there, the rear, and then this side. You could undo it here well, obviously you unbuckle it to put the thing on. Quite a substantial buckle there you've got. That's easy on and off. That's a nice, got a nice action on that, should you say. Now if I undo this here and this bit here, so that's the main belt part, and then this one, it might be easier if I fold that over actually. We don't care about it scratching the table, not just making it in. And then obviously, so you've undone this and you just kind of feed it through. Well, there's the pouch thread through onto the belt, you can see just down there, and it can slide up and down nice and freely on there. Still very lightweight stuff, tough material but very lightweight. I keep banging on about that, but that is important when you're looking for a pouch. Obviously you don't want something pulling you down all day, and then before you've even loaded it out with any tools. We'll just give it a quick tape measure, quick cross with the tape. So we're looking about 9 inches, 10 inches ish for the width of the whole thing, not including the hammer. The hammer slot there. The whole main bag is about, again, but let's go from up here. So the whole main bag is about, well, nearly 12 inches from your belt. You can see there 10 inches to 10 to 12 inches from your belt, which is obviously depending on where you're going to mount that and which side and stuff. But inside, let's have a quick look inside before we fill it full of tools. So there's 2 pockets. You see these ring pockets here, these kind of pockets. So there's a stud there. So that's kind of creating another pocket there, if you like, another guide, should I say. Maybe not quite a pocket like these 4, but it's like a guide. So you've got 4 kind of pockets there. Now they don't go all the way to the bottom, if you can see that inside. Let's bring the camera in a little bit, or the pouch in. I don't know if you can see that. I want one of these thousands of torches that I've got there. Can you see that in the middle, down there at the bottom? It doesn't quite go all the way to the bottom. It stops about there. Up there for a second. I think the only pockets that go all the way to the bottom are these back ones. I'm not too sure yet. Even they might not. We'll soon see when we fill it full of tools. But yeah, you've got 4, 6, 8, kind of 9, and then a big guide thing, big handful of pocket there, if you like. No point really, like I say before, no point weighing it. It is very light. I'm sure there's various specs and stuff online for that, which you can find out. If not, I will leave in the description of this video. Right, tools time. Let's get these, the K-Nipex. Let's get the Nipex out. They should fit in there nice and easily. Yeah. Are you a handle up guy, or are you a handle down guy, or girl, or person? What kind of a person are you? Handle up? I like to keep handles like that so I can reach them straight away. Occasionally when your tools are like that and you go to reach them, you end up nipping yourself just to grab them. Right, okay, so next up we've got these different cutters, the side cutters, the combis. You can see I've blown these apart. I won't tell you what I was doing, but they were 2 days old and I was heartbroken, and they are not cheap, but they fit all the way down there. Again, probably just have them that way. What else have we got? This I'm using all the time as well, so this is a definite for going in there. I don't think it's going to fit there, but it'll fit there. Again, it's a no-brainer with this one. I think I'm going to keep that one down, because if I keep that like that, it's just going to scratch something, or probably my arm. Spin that one round. Just wait there a second, spin the bag round. Okay, so in here, what do we want? We've got some markers, perfect slot for them in there. You know, Pica markers, Pica pens, Pica pencils rather. Little screwdriver. So what I'm showing you now, this is my daily carry. This is what I'm using every day. So these screwdrivers, the things I'm loading this out with, is what will probably end up living in here anyway. Flat screwdriver, Klein, Posi, Phillips thing, Klein again, and then we've got some backhoes, little backhoes there, just some thin ones. Anything else? Yep, we're probably going to want a knife of some kind, blade. What else can we shove in there? We've got these. What make are these? These CK? I think these are the CK. Yeah, they are the CK ones. Croppers. Get them in there somewhere. They'll fit easily. There we go, down there. And then just for demonstration reasons, we can even clip a little tape measure on the side there, just to show you that it is working. It's the tape. That's what it's for. Usually leave that on the bag. Let's have a quick look at this hammer slot. So this little guy here, he lives in the bag. He's, I only want a little hammer for this. It's just plug whacking and stuff like that. Nothing too heavy. I have heavy tool bags for heavy things and different hammers and stuff, but he fits nicely in there, doesn't he? Look at him. He doesn't even feel all the way through there. He's still not come through properly, but I probably won't always utilize this for the hammer. So I'll probably run with it empty, leave the hammer in the bag, as I don't always use a hammer, not daily anyway. And then as I require and as I need it, shove it in there and it'll just sit there perfectly. I think that's my loadout there. Maybe a few of the bits and pieces going to go on there. Maybe they put the drill in there. I think definitely they've got the M12 sat there perfectly. If you ask me, that's like a pretty perfect setup there. And there's a few pockets left over. You can add some bits too. There's these two here and here, the substantial ones. and obviously there, and there's even some space up in here, so it's, you know, it's loaded out with room to take some more bits and pieces should I require it. I put the pouch back and the drill away. Let's have a quick look at this. This is the powerhouse. Now you can clearly see what this is for. So it's a big pocket basically, and you can fill that with your screws and plugs, nails, whatever trade you are, whatever trade you're going to do in, whatever actual job you're doing. Joiners, carpenters, roofers, electricians. You know, I mean, I guess maybe even a plumber. Or maybe not, could utilise that. I'm sure plumbers could utilise it. I'm sure any trade could. We've got lots of pockets and stuff on the side. You've got this thing here. It looks like it's for zip ties, that. So you put your zip ties in there, pull that tight, they're not going anywhere. You've got two little ones here, two thin ones. I can just about fit my finger in there. Again, maybe screwdrivers, markers, pencils, that kind of stuff. A D-ring here, so you can put your drill bits in. You know, that clippy and drill bit thing that we've all picked up from Amazon now, or the Armeg one that costs 6 times the price. You've also got this one here, the little loop there. Is that a loop there? No, it's not a loop, but you've got something you can utilise for that. There's a clip here where you can probably mount it onto the pouch itself, or you could mount it onto the actual belt that way, or you can just run the belt through there. That's probably easier, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, do I really need to run the tape measure across it? Let's have a quick look. It's 7.5 inches deep. It's about the same wide. There we go, 7.5-ish. One of the good things about this is it will fold completely flat. It's the same material. That's strong, tough material. You know, it makes for easy storage when not in use. I guess you could shove it in the bag and pop it out, load it out with all your bits and pieces that you can use that day if, you know, you're doing whatever work, whatever that is, conduit work, trunking work and stuff like that. Get all your fixings in there and you are good to go. All right, I've moved the camera back and you can see now I've got the belt on. I did have to adjust it a little bit, but not too much. Breathe in a little bit. You can see how it's mounted. So I've got the powerhouse on this side. Again, it's non-dominant this, so you can put it anywhere you like. I've just clipped it on there using this one. It'll slide up and down, put it wherever you want. But you can see how I've clipped the belt on. It's just how easy is that? Very easy. Just clip that in. Clipped in, back again. Pull the vest down. Bring this back round. You can see I've got my tools in here. Now we can have a look at some hammers. The hammer I showed you before is not. We all know that's not a real hammer, is it? That's for messing around with. I've got a couple of real hammers here. I've had these good, probably 20 years, probably longer. I think this is a 24 and a 16, or a 24 and a 20, something like that. Whatever, but these are real hammers, so I can just demonstrate. Obviously, it will fit nicely into the hammer holder. You can see it down there. It's sticking out a little bit, and that's what you want. You don't mind. It's rubber, so it's not going to scratch. I don't know if you'd have it claw down, maybe sideways, not too sure. Again, like I said before, I'm not probably going to run with a hammer all the time, so I'm not too bothered. Now, the problem with that hammer, it just sits in the bag. One good thing about not utilising the tape measure clip is that you can put your M12 Milwaukee fuel on there perfectly, and you can see it just sits right where your hands naturally are. Everything's sat nice and, well, perfect really, nice and exactly where you need it, where if you ever wanted to put something there, it's there already. From my point of view, on the right hand side here, you can see we've got the drill, we've got the markers, everything's easy reach, everything's just pull out, pull in. Got the cutters, whatever. Like I say, you can put them in this way, that way. You've got the screwdrivers and stuff. These are a bit of a fiddly thing to get in and out because they are dropping a bit deep. We can soon pack that out. That's not a problem. At least they're nice and protected and stuff. And then obviously we've got the little Bosch Go thing there. Use that all the time. And again, like I said before, we can even load it out with furthermore things. Still get my entire hand down the side there. Fit some bits and pieces in there. Again, shove anything you want down there. Maybe even, I don't know, maybe you can shove that down there. Maybe not, eh? There we go. Utilise that. Utilise as much space as you can. Now that I've got the pouch all loaded out, the only thing left to do really is to run with it, field test it, see what it's like out in the wild. I'll do that and come back in a few weeks to let you know how I got on. All right, back in the shed a few weeks later. I've been running with this thing out in the field as I said I would, and I've brought some findings for you. And the first thing to mention, the loadout has stayed the same, pretty much the same I should say. Don't think there's any differences from a few weeks ago when I first set off for this. The first noticeable one is I've now gone back to the CK side cutters, the combi cutters. I've had these for a while now. I've had these 15 odd years in replacement for the Knipex, the Knipex ones, which I blew a chunk out of. Now you can see straight away there's a size difference there. Obviously, that one will fit better into the pouch. The pouch is quite deep. We measured it before. You can see how deep it is. Pouch is quite deep. They do fit a little bit better than the Knipex. Nothing wrong with these going in there. Would still use these in there. It's just that these have exploded these, so they've been relegated to wherever now. Now so the loadout was pretty much the same as I ran with before. Same screwdrivers, same Bosch Go and stuff like that. A couple additions on the side. We've got the Hultifus knife and its sheath, and that's stuck inside. Spin this around. That's stuck inside is that the back, the rear side leather pouch that comes obviously sewn well onto and riveted onto the pouch itself. So that's the plastic pouch stuffed inside a leather pouch holding the Hultifus knife. I picked this up from Elex in Bolton in March. Headed straight to their stand there, and I spoke to the guy, one of the guys there, said I need a knife that I can sharpen. Recommended this one to the Craftsman. And yeah, I mean, I don't know who wants a knife you can't sharpen. Anyway, it's cheap enough now. I think it's about £11–12 with the sheath itself. Don't use it all the time, but it's nice to have on there. I've had this old one for a while now. The old green one. It's beginning to wear. But cut the top off the pouch, the plastic little sheath rather, and the sheath comes with the knife. So I just cut the kind of top off it and stuffed it in there, and found it works well, and it's pretty holds firm. Any other additions compared to, so right, the hammer side of things. Now at the moment I've got earth sleeving in there because you know when you're working at height on step ladders or whatever, I guess apparently working over 1 inch is working at height. But when you're working at height and stuff, you need as many assistants and handy hands as you can get. Well, I've not really needed the hammer, so I've had the earth sleeving just on hand there. I can just pull bits off. Speaking of having a pair of hands, this magnet here on the side, so this is the holstering magnet, it clips on the side of the pouch easy enough. If you know anything about these magnets, these are powerful, so we'll just got actually the hammer here, which you can see it's just going to hold that there. It's very, very powerful magnet. It's like having a third hand. Use it a lot for the croppers there. It just holds them there, and then obviously you reach down. Easy pickings just to grab that without having to rummage in the actual pouch itself. The only other additional thing that I did a bit of a modification to it. Now if you've got a pouch or you're going to get one of these, you'll see what I mean. So you ramming tools in every day, hundreds of times, and over the lifespan, or the lifetime, although if this is strong, high grade, military grade rather, Cordura material, over time you're going to start making little marks in the bottom of the pouch, maybe stabbing marks and stuff like that. So I just flip all these out. We've got a new home for the Milwaukee Fastback as well. It fits in that little pouch pocket there, just a little one that opens up, and that's, yeah, I'm kind of running with two knives there, but never mind. Now if I just, hopefully you can see this, if I just open up inside there, you can see maybe something yellow. It's usually a red one, but today it's yellow, and it is oh my god, little cloth. In this case it's full of copper ends and insulation bits. So all I've done, got a cloth, pick one up, fold it in half, whatever, make roughly the shape of the bottom of the pouch there, stuff that inside, and you can see what you're trying to do. You're just basically making a little bit of a cushion or protection for, so when all these are sprung back in place, when your tools are in there, you know, it's not gonna, let's get a screwdriver, you know, you're ramming that in and out so many times. It's hitting the yellow cloth that can be replaced monthly, weekly, however long it lasts. And you're going to protect the bottom here a little bit better as well, especially when you've got heavy stuff like that, flying that in and out every day. You know, it's going to make a bit of a mark over time. So that, I thought that was a good little mod that I would do. I did that on day one, to be honest, when I figured out what would be happening. So that's pretty much the whole thing. The loadout hasn't changed really on the front either. Still got the pencil, the little screwdriver there, and the marker. The belt works really well. Nice and comfy. The strap upon a strap here, this one, so it goes around, that holds the pouch to the actual main belt, really tight. It doesn't flip and bend easily, it doesn't pull off, you know, it doesn't like pull down or anything. One thing maybe you could mention is these little plastic buckles, these ones here, maybe they could be upgraded to metal, same as these, you know, same material as the rings that go around the outside, the little D-rings that hold your braces or suspenders up. But yeah, I'm impressed. Let me know what you guys think as well. I'll leave a load of information in the description as well regarding the Obvious Tool Company and all their other products as well. So again, let me know what you think. Are you thinking of getting one? Have you got one? Have you heard of them before? And I will see you next time. Bye now.